I'd mentioned this at the end of the previous video, but yeah, Sean Parnell is the guy who is running to replace Pat Toomey and go up against, because the Democrat nominee is Connor Lamb, the guy who he squared off against for the House seat in 2020. He was stepping up to fill that vacancy as well, so they were going to square off once again in 2022 for that vacant or soon-to-be vacant Senate seat. He would have had a good chance. He was polling like well above everybody else because they realized that just because it was just outside of, I think it was just outside of Pittsburgh. Okay. They realized that they made a tremendous mistake, apparently, by electing Connor Lamb to begin with, and they could have had, Sean Parnell. But again, no use crying over spilt milk, so they were going to be running that back again. But then he dropped out, and that kind of sucks, because I really like Sean Parnell, former U.S. Army guy, very, very decorated, a great fighter, great speaker, would have been a hell of a good get for the Senate, but yeah, unfortunately had to drop out last week. A couple weeks ago, I guess, at this point. Republican U.S. Senate candidate Sean Parnell on Monday dropped out of the race, Monday, November 22nd, by the way, dropped out of the race for a seat representing Pennsylvania. Parnell, who narrowly lost, wink wink, nudge nudge, to a Representative Connor Lamb in 2020 House of Representatives seat, said the decision stemmed from the court ruling hours earlier that stripped him of primary custody of his children. What? His wife is dead! That's fucked. I strongly disagree with the ruling today, and I am devastated by the decision, Parnell said in a statement, adding that he plans on appealing. Absolutely. What the fuck? In the order, two of the leading factors that weighed heavily on the judge's decision revolved around me being a leading U.S. Senate candidate. Oh, I hate family courts more than I don't know if I hate anything more than family courts. There's nothing more important to me than my children, and while I plan to ask the court to reconsider, I cannot continue with my Senate campaign. That is so fucking corrupt. I hope that judge falls off their chair. I'm so irked by that. My focus right now is 100% on my children, and I want them to know I do not have any priorities, and I will never stop fighting for them. That is so fucked. Parnell has been locked in a custody battle with his wife, Lori Snell, who has accused him of abusing both her and the children. Current wife, because I thought his first wife and the biological parent to those children, she died. Fucking common tactic by a cunt. Clarion County Judge James Arner said he found Snell's testimony convincing. Cool. Because she could remember and describe the specific incidents. Oh, go fuck yourself, you fucking top-tier simp. Well, he found Parnell somewhat evasive and less believable. Wow, imagine that. The Philadelphia Inquirer reported said that Snell, not opposing Parnell having shared custody, that at least 3.5 years have gone by without incident, and that Parnell had not expressed concern for their safety, led him to rule that Parnell can share custody, including having unsupervised time with the children. In the statement to the news outlet, Snell's legal team said that she was grateful that justice prevailed, and I hope she gets in a car accident. Parnell was one of at least 27 candidates vying for the seat held by, yes, Pat Toomey, who is not running for re-election, and he was like wildly in front. Like he was definitely going to be winning that nomination and running it back against Connor Lamb. Top candidates on the Democrat side include Lamb. Oh, Pennsylvania Lieutenant Governor fucking Lurch, the guy who like actually tried to commit an Ahmaud Arbery a few years ago, and physician Valerie Arkoosh. Don't know who that is, but replacing Sean Parnell in this race is another physician of sorts, which you would not have expected at all whatsoever. And I don't really know a whole lot, but I know that I've listened to a couple of different interviews, mostly the ones that he had with Jordan Peterson. I find him pretty based. Okay, I could be wrong on this one because I don't really know a whole lot about him, but from what I hear, pretty good dude. And it seems to be like the people that fall off the Oprah tree are a lot better than Oprah. So cool. Like you got some comments on the side here that are just completely fucking whack. Sorry. Already calling him a rhino. There's one who's just mad because apparently he's Muslim or something like that. Like I don't fucking get any of this. I don't even know his policies, but So far, his announcement statement is pretty cool. I like what I see so far, basically. Dr. Mehmet Oz, a celebrity physician best known for his Dr. Oz show, announced Tuesday that he's running for U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania. Running as a Republican. Like what? Okay. Oz made the announcement a week after GOP candidate Sean Parnell abruptly suspended his bid after losing primary custody of his children in court. Parnell received endorsement from former President Donald Trump and was considered the leading candidate. Yeah, you just look at the polls also as well, and he was like double digits ahead of everybody else. So this will be interesting. This will be very interesting. COVID has shown us that our system is broken. All right. Oz said in his first campaign ad, saying Washington got it wrong. Oh, and they took away our freedom without making us safer. Oh, I like what I hear so far. But then again, this is all we kind of got to fucking go on. As a heart surgeon, I know how precious life is. Pennsylvania needs a conservative who will put America first, one who can reignite our divine spark, bravely fight for freedom, and tell it like it is. That's why I'm running for Senate. Yeah, and based on the interviews that I've heard, it seems to be his style. But again, I'm not like a dumpy housewife, and I don't sit around and watch Dr. Oz, but he seems pretty good from what I hear. What I've heard, okay, first-hand knowledge. On his website, Oz lists the main issues he'll focus on, including combating COVID-19. Yeah, like just fucking getting over it. That would be great. Fixing healthcare, growing the economy, stopping illegal immigration. Wow. Improving education, supporting veterans, and getting tough on China. A typical conservative vision for the Republican candidate, or for a Republican candidate. Yeah, it seems like pretty bog standard stuff, but yeah, this is definitely the end of his TV career, that's for sure. He's going to be upsetting a bunch of bingo-winged housewives, that's for true. The 61-year-old candidate is also an author of New York Times bestseller and Emmy Award-winning TV host. In 2018, Trump appointed Oz to the Presidential Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. He got reappointed by Trump in 2020. Didn't know that. So I'd imagine he's probably going to get the nominee. Probably should, at least. Because honestly, like, okay, Parnell was blowing Lamb out of early polls, and you put Oz on the ballot, especially in like Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh. Like, you got two big centers right there. That's gonna sway the fucking suburban housewife. Just saying. Like, most people are pretty fucking dim. They see a name that they recognize on the ballot and they're just gonna cross their eyes and vote yes, as long as they don't spoil their ballot. Oz first gained fame as a medical expert on Oprah Winfrey's show before starting his own show in 2009. What the fuck? Holy fuck. I think he was that long. Oz had lived in New Jersey for the past 2 decades before beginning to vote in Pennsylvania elections this year by absentee ballot, registered to his in-laws' address in suburban Philadelphia. Yeah, to be fair, who wants to live in Pennsylvania, especially around Philadelphia? Pennsylvania's U.S. Senator's race is already crowded, with almost 30 candidates vying for the open seat vacated by Pat Toomey. Toomey announced his retirement last year in tears, and I don't know. He's just hoping for that Fox News talking head appointment. Most prominent Republican candidates are conservative commentator Kathy Barnett, I don't know who that is, real estate investor Jeff Bartos, and Carla Sands, Trump's wealthiest fundraiser and ambassador to Denmark. Interesting. None of them have won elective office before, which is only a positive in my book. Only Bartos ran for statewide in Pennsylvania for lieutenant governor in 2018. Obviously lost, unfortunately, to stupid Tom Wolf and Andre the Black Guy Chaser. This will be interesting to see. Very, very interesting because, yeah, okay. The concerns about him being a carpetbagger from New Jersey to, I don't know, run for office in a different state is a bit concerning, but it's not like he's moving to an easy Republican win state. Like, this is already a crowded field, and why all of a sudden would you step down from a perch where you're making just fucking cool money in order to run for an unsecure Senate seat, and you're obviously blowing up your future endeavors by tying yourself to the Republican Party for his whatever it means, but it's still, you're going to get pilloried by the media. Like, that kind of assuages any sort of concerns that I have. And like I said, I've listened to some of the stuff that the guy's done, and I'm probably going to do a little bit more just to see if he's worth supporting or not. But from what I know right now, he's definitely going to be the front runner. And I just hope that the family court burns and Sean Parnell gets his kids back. It was an unexpected development, and I didn't know the entire story to begin with. But yeah, all the power to both these guys, at least for the time being, until different perspectives change my mind. Don't know what I'm going to be talking about next, though. We'll see what's going on with the day. With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.